I joined Etoro in August 2020, so exactly a year ago. In this year I made several mistakes, but I can also proudly say that the majority of my decisions were good, and I'm very much satisfied with the results. So in this video I would like to share with you both sides, the things that I regret doing and the things that I'm proud of. And I hope that after watching this video you will learn on my mistakes, and if it helps some of you to not repeat my mistakes and to eliminate some of them before making them, then I will be very happy, because it will mean that my video was useful for at least some of you. So keep watching this video if you want to achieve better results on Etoro quicker. Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Anastasia. On this channel I talk about investing, and especially investing for beginners. This video in particular is going to be about Etoro. Etoro is an investing platform which is great for beginners for its feature which is called copy trading, which allows you to copy other more professional and more experienced traders. That's why I think it is perfect for beginners, but obviously if you are an experienced investor or trader, then you can also join the popular investor program and get paid by Etoro. If you are a beginner and you want to join Etoro for the purpose of copy other traders, then it is completely free, so it is a win-win situation. The copy trading feature was the main thing, the selling point, at least for me, which made me register on Etoro on the first place. And since then I obviously made some mistakes that I'm going to talk about in this video. But before I start, to have a better understanding of what I'm going to talk about and why I think Etoro is so good, you can watch this video here where I talk about my profile update of the second quarter of 2021, and I think a lot of my mistakes will become much clearer for you. If you are my subscriber and you've already seen that video, then I think the majority of things that I'm going to say will also come logical, but I also think that some things that I'm going to mention will be completely new. I also want to say that all of these actions, they are the experience that helped me learn faster, and I can proudly say that in the future I think I'm not going to make the majority of them, because I've learned my lesson. But it cost me some money, and if you watch this video it is completely free. And if you learn the same lessons based on my mistakes, well, then it was completely free for you, which I'm very happy about. Also, I am not a professional financial advisor, and I'm only talking about my personal experience. Things that worked or haven't worked for me can work for you, so don't base your decisions only on what I'm going to say. Think for yourself and trust yourself, because this is literally the best thing that you can do. Okay, so let's start with the things that I would have done differently. And the thing number one is I wouldn't invest into individual stocks and shares. I would say that I probably wouldn't invest into individual stocks and shares at all, and I would concentrate on copy trading and investing into funds and indexes. But honestly, some of the blue chip companies that I invested in have performed well. So I'm mainly talking about the meme stocks and some penny stocks, some unknown companies that I heard about or I read about, because as you know, Etoro also allows you to read and communicate with other traders, see what they have to say about companies, the companies that you are interested in, and it's a great feature. You can ask questions and you can get some advice and recommendations from other people. But at the same time, the mistake that I made was to rely and in general think that everybody else on Etoro is cleverer than me just because I was a beginner. Now I definitely can say that I wouldn't follow the crowd, and I wouldn't invest into the companies just because I heard about them or because someone else said, and someone else is not Warren Buffett, right? They were people who I've never heard about. So just because someone else said that a company has a good future, I definitely wouldn't follow this advice and I wouldn't invest into these companies. I made this mistake on several occasions. I invested into meme stocks such as GameStop, which obviously was the most popular one, but also some medical companies, Naked Group, and so on. You will definitely see and understand what I'm talking about if you watch the video of my profile update. Those are the stocks that have performed the worst. And the second thing that I would have done differently is connected to the first one. So obviously I had a certain sum allocated for investing through Etoro, and this sum I later divided into two parts, and with one part I started copy trading, and the second part I invested into individual stocks and shares. So obviously now, by looking at the results that I have on Etoro, I would have invested everything or almost everything into copy trading. Obviously, again, it's connected to the fact that I wouldn't have invested into individual stocks and shares, so that money would have gone into copy trading. Again, if you look at my results and my other videos about Etoro, and I've made several, that's why I'm not gonna mention these results in this video because they haven't changed much since my last update, but you will see that the biggest profits I gained from copy trading and the biggest losses I had from the individual stocks and shares that I bought. But the thing is, I originally invested Etoro for copy trading, and this is what I did at the beginning, and then I saw good results and I thought that I like the adventure and I'm prepared to take higher risks, so this is when I decided to buy my individual shares, which I should have never done. If I concentrated solely on copy trading, if I trusted more the people who are more experienced and more professional than me, then of course my results would have been better. Okay, the third big mistake is trying to look up some of the profits that some popular investors have shown. When I just registered, I started to check my profile every second hour of the day, and when I saw that some popular investor, I don't want to tell you the names, but it doesn't really matter, one popular investor has started showing good results, and I decided to withdraw. And this is the first time I'm sharing this information about myself, because I think it was the most stupid and the biggest mistake. So I decided to withdraw money, which would be enough for me to withdraw money completely off Etoro, which was $5. And I know that there is not much logic behind it, but this is what I did, so that's why it's something that I have to talk about in this video. I've withdrawn, so I've manually closed certain positions just to withdraw $6, and I don't see the logic behind it right now, but the sort of my way of thinking at that point was, when I decide to withdraw money completely, I will not feel like I lost $5, because this is $5 that I gained through Etoro. So I didn't win anything and I also didn't lose anything. Now when I see how the compound interest works, obviously it was a mistake, because the more money you have in it, the more money you will make. So that is definitely the thing that I wouldn't do anymore. And the fourth mistake, it's not a mistake, but it's just something that I would definitely do differently, is when I chose my popular investors from the very beginning, I was paying a lot of attention at how many followers and how many copies each one of them had. I saw in this year a lot of popular investors gaining a lot of followers and then losing them as quick as they gained them, as soon as their results were not as great as before. I've seen many times in this last year Etoro promoting certain popular investors, and as soon as it starts promoting these investors, the number of copiers of this person just shoots up so quickly. And if you happen to be looking for a new popular investor around this period of time, you will think that this popular investor is super popular and obviously is very good. And I don't say that the number of copiers is not important. I still think it is very important, because obviously it means that a lot of people trust this person with their money, with their funds. But it has nothing at all to tell you about the actual performance of the popular investor. And some popular investors had great results and great history in the past, and then all of a sudden they just had a horrendous month or half a year or even a year. And so lots of people, just like, you know, a crowd that's just following each other, following high returns and doesn't think for themselves, just starts copying a certain person. Then all of a sudden everybody stops copying the same person. I don't want to tell you the names of these popular investors because it's not that important. It's just the general idea of following the crowd. What I would have done differently, I would trust myself more, because if the things that a popular investor tells us in his bio resonate with how I think and my beliefs, then I think it is a good idea to invest into this popular investor, even if he's completely new. Again, if you watch the video where I make an update on my portfolio, you will see that some popular investors who have a lot of followers and very long history don't show any results, and they are at a loss, and I've been following them for some time and they're still at a loss. But some other popular investors who have only like 10 to 20 followers or copies, they show great results and they've been pretty constant. So this experience has shown me that it is more important to look at the history of the popular investor and read their bio. Most importantly, read their bio, see which companies this popular investor invests in, rather than just look at the number of copies. Okay guys, so these were the mistakes that I've made, and remember that I'm not a financial advisor, so this is just my experience, and I would be happy if you told me in the comments about your experience, the good and bad things that you've done on eToro, things that you regret or things that you are proud of doing. And now I'm going to tell you about the good decisions that I made and something that I would definitely repeat in the future. Number one thing is starting with a virtual account. One of the best decisions that I've made so far. Before I started trading with real money, I had my virtual account there for a month or 2 months. Again, it's important here not to get stuck with the virtual account for a long time, being scared of investing real money, because the first deposit at the moment is $50 for many countries, and it is better to make your $50 work. $50 is not a big sum for the majority of us. So the danger of starting with the virtual account is to get stuck with virtual money and just see it as a game rather than make your real money work for you for real. But definitely start with virtual account and start copying people or investing into individual stocks and shares with your virtual money. The good thing about it is that you will learn how the platform works. You will feel more confident. The second good thing about starting with virtual account is that you will feel more confident investing into certain popular investors. You are given a whole of $100,000, so you can invest $200, which is the minimum size of copy trading, into as many popular investors as you want, and then you will see how they perform. And it's not only about the performance, right, but it's also about the communication, how this popular investor communicates with their copies, the updates that they make, and you will learn a lot of things. Trust me, you will learn a lot of things. And when you are prepared to start investing real money into your popular investors, you will also feel much more confident, and you will not repeat my mistake that I was talking about at the beginning of this video, where I invested only $200 into J Nemesis originally, because you will feel more confident, you will have more trust in J Nemesis to invest more money into him, and then it's up to him to close trades, open trades, and so on. The second thing that I would do the same is spending a lot of time choosing my popular investors. I've done a lot of research before I invested any money into anyone, and this is what made me trust the popular investors and also trust my own decisions. I didn't stop copying anyone, and I even got a comment from J Nemesis under one of my videos who said that I have a good selection of popular investors, which obviously gave me more belief that my choices were correct. Some of them are at a loss, but I still hope that they will recover in the nearest future. But so far I haven't regretted choosing the popular investors who I ended up choosing. And the key to that was a very deep research that I made at the beginning. And this is going to lead us to the third decision that I also don't regret, and I'm actually quite proud of. This is me not hoping and not expecting quick results. I understood from the very beginning that eToro, whether it's eToro or any other investing platform, is not a way to get rich fast. And this was, I think, a very good decision, because I understand that markets are unpredictable right now, and I understand that the popular investor can do do only this much, and the rest will always depend on the market. Whether it's a popular investor and him trading constantly, whether it's an index that I'm investing in or a fund, it doesn't really matter, because at the end of the day it's a free market, and one person, unless you're Elon Musk, doesn't make a big difference on a big scale. So making this decision and agreeing with myself that I'm holding my money and my investments in Etoro for a long term has helped me massively, in the sense that I never felt too sorry for the money that I lost, because I knew that over a long period of time it will probably recover. And I still keep on thinking the same way, and even though at the moment I'm at a profit, there were times when I was at a loss, but I never panicked, even when I was minus $1,000. So here we go, guys. I hope you found this video useful, and if you have any more thoughts that you would like to share with me or some questions, then please leave them in the comments below this video. Also, if you want to register on Etoro, you can use the link that I'm going to leave in the description box below this video. This is an affiliated link, which means that if you register through that link, I will get some commission for that. If you decide to do that, then thank you so much. But anyway, if you don't, then thank you so much anyway for watching this video and for spending your time today with me. I hope to see you soon in my next videos. Bye bye.